This is Chie Satanaka, and you're listening to the Giant Sword Podcast. You better eat more meat.
Hello, and welcome to this week's Giant Sword Podcast. I'm your party leader, Nick Lynn. To my side are my noble and hairy are Taylor Hoyt, to the stars, Maddie Lynn.
To the, I don't know, God, you beat me. You got me there.
That came out of nowhere.
Oh,
What was that from, Taylor?
I don't know.
You just said it.
You just said
it just
it?
felt right. I was like doing a Superman pose. I'm like, let's go to the stars. Why not? And get burned up in the fiery death that is a sun, that is a star.
Okay.
Okay.
What's on your mind, Maddie?
What's on my mind?
Yeah.
Real life stuff.
Okay, that sucks.
Yeah, sorry.
How's everyone been? It's been a pretty eventful week.
Yeah. Been an interesting week as far as first week at my new job, which has been, I've had like no time for any free time almost, except Friday. I was like, everybody leave me alone. I need to play video games
Go
right now.
away, people. Go away.
It was like Tuesday was Bible study, Wednesday was our meeting, and then Thursday, I forget, I had something else going on. But
I had to write the description and the name by myself. I was scared. Took about 5 hours, but I did it.
You did it.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm so
Nick.
sorry. Like I was
Proud of
at
you.
work, and I was sitting there. I'm like, all right, I'm going to do this right now. And I'm like, my brain just can't work right now. I tried.
I've seen too much crap. I
Yeah.
can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some things I saw that nobody should see.
Is that real?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'll talk about it after because I don't know how much I can say.
Yeah.
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 I told you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lots of the Tales Festival happened.
My birthday happened.
Yes. Happy birthday, Maddie.
Your last year as being a teen. How's it feel?
This is my last year.
This
being
I know.
a teen.
Get all the
How does it
angst
feel?
out now.
Feels great because like my birthday triggered like a change of job. So like hopefully I'm going to a better place now.
She's off to a better
Heaven.
place. Yeah.
You're gonna get
Bye, guys.
R.I.P.
Yeah, rip.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've just been playing Vardio games.
Vardio games.
Was this the last week? Is this when you guys switched the rooms, or was that the week before?
Week before.
It's been
Okay.
2 weeks of Switch Dreams, I think.
But now we talked about last week all the different prints we got at anime. Now they're all framed and nice and decorated all over the room. It looks really good.
Yes, our stream room is coming good.
Coming
soon-
good.
Coming
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, as this is a background, I mean, obviously listeners that doesn't mean anything, but we've got this nice bookshelf with really cool framed pictures of JRPGs and not JRPGs. Actually, are they all?
They're all here.
They're
They're all never mind. They're all JRPGs.
They're
Okay.
all JRPGs.
Got some figures, got the collector's editions of games here.
I've never even seen this. You have a
That was
Persona 4 Arena figure. I've
that
never
was
seen
that was mine. I hadn't unboxed it yet, and I saw a space. I was like, "This is bugging me." Here, Nick, I'm gonna let you borrow this for now.
I'm okay. Because I haven't gotten any figures really. All my figures are just those Tails ones right there, and Mega Man X, and then all my mechs, which don't really fit the JRPG wall.
It's fine. It's your room. You can do what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get paid this week, so that I told myself my first paycheck I'm buying a Nintendo, and I think I've decided on classic Mega Man
Nice, good.
since nobody else has it here, and
Yeah,
it just seems cool. Though I was looking over some other ones and like that just seems right. Seems the most right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have 2 anime girls and Estelle from Trails of the Sky.
Yeah, I gotta get me a waifu. I don't know which waifu I want to.
Those aren't waifus. They're just
They're
random.
Oh, okay, just random anime girls. All right.
girls from animes that I like.
I got Link, Teddy, and Yukiko.
Nice.
I should stop being vague. I got Estelle, Taiga, and Galco-chan.
What about Rem?
Rem? I don't know when Rem's coming. Probably in
All I
September.
know is that's all the
On the
only
way.
name you said during Fanime. She's like, "Hey, look, Rem.
No, I didn't.
Rem.
I keep
Rem,
saying that.
Rem's coming before Rem.
And they have like a little thing where they can like hold hands,
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
Ugh.
Yuck.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck. I wish I had like, Reen or a Sarah, an android.
Yeah,
know
you
what
could take Sarah. Reen's mine.
There are 2 franchises that I'm shocked don't have Nendroid figures. Final Fantasy and Dragon Ball don't have Nendroid figures,
They don't.
which is really weird. Maybe there was too much for the license or something, but
No, they have those. What are the other ones? They look like they're kind of like
Pop.
the Pops.
Oh.
They're not. No. Screw Pops.
I know.
Pops I saw Pops at Fanime, and I'm like, you do not belong here.
Yeah.
You are trash.
yeah, they're
No, but there's
terrible.
another. But there's another one. I have a Vegeta. If you look down there, there's a Vegeta. I think.
No, it's still in my room.
Is it still in your room?
Yep.
Where?
You've
So it
yet
looks
to
like the
clear
Mega
my...
Man X
I know
one, right?
exactly what you're thinking of.
Yeah,
but
I don't know
yeah.
what they're called. But those, there's a bunch of Dragon Ball ones of those. We saw those at Fanime as well. So maybe they have like a special license on that. But then again, Nendroid's like they're very selective of who they choose.
Yeah.
Like for some reason they have some Falcom stuff, but they haven't made any new Falcom stuff.
One day.
What the heck?
Maybe for Cold Steel 3.
Maybe.
Oh.
It's gonna be all female characters, by the way, Maddie.
Shut up.
It's not gonna be.
I
Reen.
can
It's
dream.
not gonna be Reen. It's gonna be Elisa.
There should be some P5 ones, I assume, because they did P3 and P4.
Hopefully there's P5.
Whoever it is, we gotta get it.
Yep.
Yeah, we go on a little tangent there. Figures. Yes, we have figures. We're gonna get a lot more figures.
If you collect figures, tell us in the comments which ones you have. Because figures are cool.
I collect figures.
But they're just a really dangerous rabbit hole to fall down because they're expensive. The good ones, at least.
They are.
I've totally fallen down that rabbit hole, and I do not think you could pull me out of it.
He's in Wonderland trying to get out.
Yeah. So let's move on to what have we been playing this week? Because we've been playing actually a lot of different games. Well, Taylor has.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie has finally delved into Trails of the Sky.
Yeah.
And you're playing more Sky 3.
Sky 3, which I'm near the end. I think I have one more chapter.
Really? You plowed through that thing, man.
Yeah, it's shorter than the second chapter, but yeah, that I talk about that later. Let's start with Taylor because Taylor's been playing something new.
Yeah. Well, I finished Grace's F, and
pulled a me in the F arc.
yeah, I texted Maddie. I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, F arc. I'm like, no, I pulled a U and I just read the Wikipedia. I'm not gonna play it.
But the gameplay is fantastic.
I can't deal with the dungeons. I think I'm ready to say that just Tales in general has bad dungeons. Like all of they're very generic and it's just like turn left, turn right, turn left, turn right. Oh, and it all looks the same. And there were these puzzles at the end in the final dungeon that were just driving me crazy.
Oh, I will say that the final dungeon was a drag. I took 6 hours in it. And
It was
there's another
so
one.
annoying.
There's the exact same dungeon for a different place.
In the F arc?
In the F arc, and it takes
well,
almost
there you
as
go.
long.
Well, good. Glad I didn't play.
Yeah,
There's like that part where you have to like swap crystals so paths will open, and then you have to like rotate balls, and it's just like, oh, what is? Oh,
it's taking brain power. I don't have that.
that's not fun though. Is the thing. Like
not
if it was
kind of
if
fun.
it was fun, then it'd be like there's such a thing as fun, interesting puzzles, but I didn't come across very many during the course of Grace's F. But I did like the conclusion. I like the power of friendship. Everybody's good at the end. Everybody's happy. And then there's the post-credit scene, and I'm pretty sure I know what that is.
It makes more sense if you did play the F arc.
Which I read, and now it does make sense.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Yeah, good game. You know, it's really weird. I was thinking about this as I was playing, and I'm like, you know, in some weird retrospect, I think I almost like Xillia 2 more. Because I still love Pascal. She's still probably my favorite Tails character, easy. But Xillia 2 does... That's Muggy Lou, I think.
I know.
Pascal does that. Or the weird, like... I don't know.
She's got the. She's
very anime.
Yeah, she is very anime.
Anime hearts floating out of her.
Oh, yeah. She does that more than once. But yeah, in Xillia 2, I love the combat. You can swap like what weapon you're using with Luger, and then there's a lot going on with the girl, and her name is escaping me. The little girl with the hat.
With the cat.
With the cat, yeah.
Cat in the Hat?
Cat in the Hat? Yeah.
That's like the only one I haven't played. I really should
It's
play
pretty
that
good.
one.
Well, don't spoil anything for us.
And there's a lot of these like fake choice things where you can like choose one path or the other. I don't know how much of it. There's definitely one that has a big impact on the end of the game, which was really cool. Like the post-credit scene was really awesome.
Crap,
But,
that scares me because I always want to see like all the paths.
well, you can just make a save before the end of the game, and then you can just. It's literally like at the end of the game,
okay.
you just choose.
Okay.
Yeah. But here's the one thing that really made me mad about Xillia 2, and it's not necessarily the backtracking, which it's annoying, but this is the first Tales game where the protagonist is silent, but if you beat the game and you play New Game Plus, then he talks. And I don't understand why they did that.
That is pretty weird.
The only thing there's a big reveal at some point that kind of makes sense maybe why they did that, but still it's like there's another way around that.
So, Taylor, I'm going to tell you something that you should learn.
What should I learn?
If there is a sequel to a game, especially a JRPG, where you travel the world,
Yeah.
you're going to visit the same places. Just it's going to happen.
I'm trying to think of a JRPG that didn't do that.
Of course, there is going to be new places, and the places that you've explored before are going to be expanded, but you're going to go to the same areas.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Because I'm thinking about Ni no Kuni 2, and they're like most of those trailers are in Ding Dong Dell. So I'm like, all right.
And then I think it's like a few hundred years ahead, like
something
more,
like that. Yeah.
So it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna look different, but it's gonna be the same area. So you know what the world is already. It's just gonna be.
But it's still beautiful, and it'll be a nice full 1080, no aliasing on PS4.
So put that in your mind. Whenever you play a sequel, you're gonna go to a rehashed area sometimes.
Yeah, the rehashed area isn't even what was annoying. It was how it gated all that. Remember how in Xillia 2 does this weird thing where
you have to pay debts.
Yeah, you have a debt to pay, and you have to like just grind side quests just because like you can't even progress in the story until you have paid a certain amount off, which is just dumb. So anyway,
I do everything, so that probably wouldn't bug me. If there's a side quest, I have to do it.
Yeah.
Except in Final Fantasy 15, because screw that.
Because those side quests suck.
Yeah.
The only good ones are the dungeons. Yeah, because you get to go to a new place and maybe get a new weapon.
What are they called? The hunters or whatever?
Oh, the hunts, yeah.
The hunts?
Not the hunts. The you gotta find the dog.
The dog tag with Dave the hunter.
Yeah, that was dumb.
That was
like okay.
Not
find
a
another
great
dog
side
tag.
quest. But you said I meant a new game. I've been playing finally Nier Automata or Automata, however you say it. This is a game I've had my eyes on for a long time because it's by Platinum and it's a JRPG, and it's good. It's very good.
It's godlike.
It's godlike, yeah. It's interesting. There's how do I start talking about this game? I mean, so it's got the combat style. If you've played a Platinum game like Bayonetta or a Transformers game or whatever, it's got that same style of combat. If you dodge at the last second, you get a window to do a super attack or whatever. You can swap out your weapons, which is cool. But what I am liking is the story, because the story is basically aliens attacked Earth and they dropped off these machines, and so whoever survived made a base on the moon. So now you're this android super force trying to just take out all the machines, but then the machines are acting like humans, kind of. And so why they're doing that is kind of intriguing, like why they're acting certain ways and how the world is kind of coming back together. So yeah, that stuff is intriguing. And apparently to finish the game, you have to there's like 5 paths or something. Yeah.
I think it's if they explain to me is you quote unquote you beat the game. You don't really beat the game. You get a credit sequence.
Yeah.
And then you start
the next path or whatever.
The next arc. It's like Runes Factory. You know, whenever you beat the story arc, you get the credit sequence.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So that's what's going on. And then I think the first two are like you play the same area with different characters, something like that, or different perspective.
Okay.
And that's why they think that you play the same game over and over again. But then the other arcs, you do completely different things.
Yeah, which I'm excited about. And this game does some really weird stuff with the way with camera perspectives, because most of the time you're just exploring the world, and it's behind your back, and you can control the camera. But then sometimes it's like side view, and then sometimes it's top view, and yeah, there's like shoot 'em up sections, which is weird. But yeah, it's really, really cool. Good action game, good story, nice look.
Is this a Taylor game?
Yeah, this is a Taylor game for sure. Some of the side quests aren't great, but it gives more context to what's going on, like I said, with the machines and why they're acting certain ways. So it's getting me thinking.
Good world building, man.
Yeah,
good world building.
It is. It's great world building. Yeah. Maddie's mad about something over there.
Maddie's about to laugh.
Yeah.
You like world building, Taylor?
I do. Unfortunately, Cold Steel just doesn't have good world building.
That is total BS. But
yes, let's continue.
/ I just don't care about that world. But anyway, yeah, no, it's neat. I'm really liking it. Definitely gonna I played, I think, 5 hours so far. I don't know how long the first sequence is or whatever. Probably 8 or 9, I assume, because I've heard the game's about 40 hours if you do all 5. So yeah, it's cool. I recommend it to everybody, especially because I got it on. It's on sale right now, at least at the time of recording, for $40. So I don't know if it will still be that, but
I think I'm gonna get it, and I play it after the 3rd.
Yeah,
do it.
It's got Taylor's stamp of approval.
And of course, you can do this. What? Okay, Nick was doing a weird thing. That you can do this thing. Like if you're in a sticky situation, you can like blow your character up, and they have like almost no life, but what it does is it blows like her skirt off, so her like butt is just like hanging out, and then that's probably why a lot of people, you probably see a lot of like Tubi butt art or whatever. That's why
there was a lot of Tubi butt art.
That's why. Yep. So
Why?
that's definitely there. Although there's like at some point you get a fast travel system, so once you fast travel, it like regenerates. But or you just keep blowing yourself up if you want, or run everywhere.
Okay. Show that butt.
Show dead ass. Yeah, no, it's a good game. It's meeting all my expectations and a little bit more, especially with the story, and the music is really, really good. It's really weird and different than anything I've heard in any game.
That's what I've heard. I heard this soundtrack is extremely good.
Yeah, definitely find a way to listen to it. It's good stuff. So
Nice.
All right, Maddie.
Yeah.
You've been playing Trails of the Sky.
Yeah.
What have you been thinking about it? What are your opinions?
Well, my opinions.
I know one of them already.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, so I played like a lot after, like I think I played for a stretch of like 6 or 7 hours after our last session, but it was at school and stuff. And I got to a certain part, and I went back to the guild, the Bracers Guild, and it was all like, you failed a mission. And I was like, what? I can't fail a mission. And I looked at it, it was like term was short. I was like, oh crap. So I went back to a save that was like an hour ago.
Oh, I was like, you went back 7 hours for one dumb
No.
side quest?
I went an hour ago.
Okay.
An hour, and went back, and I was like, okay, caught it. Do this side quest, and yeah, I'm in the middle. I haven't reached the point I had already been at yet.
Okay.
At least you can skip some of the story stuff.
So I asked you this before offline, but I didn't mention it on the podcast. But is it too old school for you? Because it's like technically of all the games you've played, this is probably like the oldest and the most like basic, I would say.
I don't. It's not old school. Some of the animations just make me laugh a little bit. But yeah, the battle system is something I'm familiar with. The only thing that I don't like about it is I feel like it overly relies on arts. Like, I always think that, like, okay, what's the best way to save my resources and get the enemy down fastest and stuff like that. So, like, I tend to not think, oh, what's gonna look the coolest or what's gonna be the most fun. I'll be like, no, how do you save energy and stuff and proceed the fastest? So it's like, oh, arts. Okay, arts work best here.
What's an art, man? What's an art?
It's like
I don't know what that is.
It's a magic spell,
Okay.
Taylor.
Okay.
I know you didn't pay attention at all to Cold Seal, but you know.
I'm being the devil's advocate for the listener who doesn't know what that is.
Arts will be your
spells.
spells, your magic.
Yes.
So it's like, oh, arts here, and in Trails of series, you have your like just basic attack. You hit them with your staff or your sword.
Mm-hmm.
You have your crafts, which are like character specific, and you use a separate resource for them. And you have your arts, which are generally what you can customize into your character, and they're your magic spells.
Cool.
But in every situation, I've been like, arts work best here. I'm gonna try craft just to see what happens, and it literally does nothing. I'm just like,
Let me guess, you're doing your spinny one?
I'm doing her spinny one, but I also
Her
do.
spinny one does nothing.
I know it does nothing, and it frustrates me because I want to attack with her, but I can't.
You just have to build her with attack, and then you just do normal attacks pretty much.
Gross. No, Joshua's been my attacker because his crafts are very attacky, and it's cool because he got 2 swords and stuff.
He's also a spellcaster.
And he's also, he's like, oh, spellcasting, because spellcasting tends to work better than your crafts, even though your crafts are really good. Usually the art will win over the crafts.
I'll tell you this now. It's like that at the first chapter, because you barely have anything. Right now, like
the first chapter of the first chapter, or the whole game?
The first chapter, when you get like at the end, you start having a lot more crafts, and they do a lot more stuff.
So we're talking about the game,
Yes.
or just the chapter? Okay,
yes, because
great.
second chapter it gets way more intense, and then I'm like level 120 in the third chapter,
That sounds fun.
and yeah,
I'm level 16.
Crafts are really good.
Good. I hope. Yeah. It's just that's the only thing that annoys me a little bit because I'm constantly running out doing side quests, and I'll have to be like, crap. I've done one side quest, but my magic energy EP is low. I have to run all the way back to town, go to the hotel, sleep. I'm pretty sure I sleep like 15 times in one day if it was like a legit thing.
I could tell you another point. You are also playing on hard.
Yeah, and
That's That's why it's harder to kill things.
I know it's harder to kill things.
So that's on you.
I like when crafts, because crafts are the character-specific things, character-specific animations. It just makes me feel like I'm playing the character rather than everybody's shooting fireball. That's the only thing that's irking me. I'm still liking the game. Story's
You also
good.
only have one for each character, right? You have the double slash.
No, I have 2 for each character right now. Estelle has 3. She has, which one of her crafts really it's like, I don't understand because she's not that tanky, yet one of her things is taunt.
Yeah, taunt.
Yeah.
She's not supposed to be tanky. Just like, hey, attack me so you don't attack my spellcaster.
But I'm building her to be my spellcaster, so I never use it.
Do not build Estelle as a spellcaster. I'll tell you that.
But her crafts don't do anything.
Yet.
Okay.
My Estelle.
You're Estelle. You're 130 Estelle.
Yeah, 120.
Sorry.
But she does so much damage. Like
Okay,
one
okay.
hit does like 3,000.
Okay, then I'll make her whack people with her staff.
Yep.
Okay. What was funny is I'm talking during that 7-period stretch of playing the game. I was talking with Kathleen, aka Richana, and I found a certain character, and I was laughing with her about it. And she was like giving me all these tips for like certain things. She's like, "Oh, by the way, when you have that character in your game, like make him he's tanky and has the most DP and he's the quickest casting, so make him a healer." Just like, okay,
Yep.
cool, thanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
He is your healer.
He's your healer.
Joshua?
No.
Okay. Who?
The blonde-haired lutist.
Yep.
Okay. Why can't you say his name?
Because
It's not a spoiler. It's Olivier.
Olivier.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Kathleen likes calling him the blonde-haired lutist to me.
Doesn't it say that at the beginning though? When
Yeah.
you first meet him, it's the blonde-haired
lutist. And then he like gives his name like 5 minutes after. But I'm just like, Kathleen says that to me, and I'm just like, you could call him by his name. Like, I know who he is. He's just like, nah, blonde-haired lutist.
Debauchery.
But yeah.
Wait,
this-
lewd, like with a D or
Lutist.
like with
He
a
plays a
full-
lute.
He plays a
Okay.
lute.
He
Okay.
plays a
I
lute.
thought that's what it was, but Nick said yes.
He
Debauchery.
enchants everybody with his power of music and passion and love.
I see.
But yeah, story is pretty interesting so far. Yeah, I did a lot of
What chapter
mysteries
are
to be.
you on?
I'm on the first chapter.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
that the chapters in that game are long.
I got to, the part I got to. I think I just got Olivier back in my party.
What city are you in?
It's I'm gonna say I'm gonna probably mispronounce it, but it's like Bose.
That's the port town, right?
It's the merchant town, the big grand.
Yes.
market's
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I switched one.
Roland?
Rouen is the port town.
Rouen.
Rouen.
You're ruining this podcast.
Oh. Oh wow.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
Many mysteries to be solved in that game. Looking forward to it, and I should have the time now. Maybe not. Probably not. But I try.
No, you will. If you stop playing Here's the Storm all the time.
It's such a good game, and people got announced, and I have friends unlike you.
You need to prioritize your games.
I do. Here's the Storm is a good game.
The right games.
By the time I am post work, honestly, I'm thinking about playing Trails of the Sky, but I'm so like tired. I don't want to focus on story stuff. I just want to destroy people.
That is the weirdest thing. It's like total opposite. It's like I'm done with the day, and now I just want to relax with a nice story. Don't want to deal with people.
No, instead I'm just
you're
like
crazy.
I deal with people by destroying people.
Destroying them and screaming.
I'm kind of the same way. Like depending on like how fried my brain is. Like sometimes I don't want to do a story thing. So I'm like, I'll just play Rocket League and knock some balls into it.
So I'm gonna go play Quake or MechWarrior.
There you go. See, we've all got our turn off brain game.
Turn off brain game.
Yep.
It's a horror game.
Really?
What?
Turn off brain?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Turn off brain game is just a multiplayer game where you can just do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nick, you been enjoying Trails of the Sky?
3?
What?
The third?
3? Did you join the third?
Can you
Yeah,
say something in English? Yes, I've been playing Trails of the Sky 3.
And near the end, you were alluding to earlier?
I'm on chapter 6. I think there's probably 2 more chapters, 7, and then the finale, I bet. That's everything. But
this is the final. There's no Sky 4.
There's
anyway.
no Sky 4.
All right.
This, Trails of the Sky 3 is another story that's not based on the main characters of the last 2.
Oh, really?
Damn it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's someone else's story, but it gives backstories and like memory fragments. They call it memory fragments, or stories that lead up to what's going on right now, or lead up to the next game, which is Cold Steel.
Oh, really?
So
Here we go.
it gives backstories, like it introduces characters, it shows characters. You get to know more about characters and their relationships with certain other characters. I know I'm being super vague about these
certain
characters.
other characters that makes me think about things.
Yeah, well, you haven't met all the characters of Sky, so you don't know.
I know.
But it's like I was like, what? Really? That's interesting that they know each other, and it's just really cool. And it was nice to see the past of certain characters as well, which is really cool.
Nice.
So I'm enjoying, because the entire game, like not the main storyline, but all the side stuff is extreme world building, and I love it.
Extreme.
Yeah,
which
it's
is why we were
extreme.
laughing earlier.
Yeah, that's why we were laughing earlier.
So much world building.
Yeah, because it's building everything around you. It's great.
Guys, I got a really good game if you want to do some world building.
No, if you say Dark Cloud, I'm going to.
It's called
destroy it.
Minecraft.
It's not world building. But yeah, that's what I've been playing. Super vague, but I am glad. Like at first, when
one of these days, Nick, when you talk about a game, you got to be able to not be vague about it.
I can't be vague. We talk about.
You can't be vague.
I mean, I have to be vague because it's JRPGs, and if I say anything, I'll give it away.
Whenever we talk about a sequel, you probably can't say anything.
Especially when it's
away the first game.
Especially when it's a Falcom game. But yeah. So I'm playing that. Love it. When it was first announced, Kathleen was like super excited. I'm like, I don't care about it. I don't really need to play it. But ever since I've been playing, because I was like, it's not the main character. It's not Estelle. But
You mean Joshua?
it's not Estelle and Joshua. Is
There
that
you
better?
go. That's much better.
But yeah, it's just love the character it's portraying, and I love how it's going. Like every side story, because there's doors that you have to unlock. You have to have a certain character to unlock it, and every time you unlock a certain door, the side stories are like an hour to an hour and a half long.
Jeez.
And you're just learning all this stuff.
It's like when I had a huge reaction in Persona 5 and the 2 hours that followed that. It's like that.
Yeah, it's like that. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Taylor wouldn't like it because there's like barely any gameplay most of the time.
Oh, geez, it's like a bunch of story.
It's a bunch of story, and then if it's the really
if
it's the really long one, then you do like move around, but it's not like battles and stuff like that. Sometimes
you
there's
move
battles.
around and you talk to that one person, and
You
go
move
ahead
around and you talk to
person.
other people, and then you see what's going on at that time period. And it's great.
It's great.
Love it.
It's good.
That's what I've been playing.
Fun.
So Taylor,
Yeah.
what is next on the docket?
Let's talk about some news. There was quite a bit of news, actually, last week. Some following up from what we talked about last week, some brand new. I know you guys don't really care about sales. That kind of stuff fascinates me, but I just wanted to mention real quick that
I don't know why.
Nier Automata, between I guess I could say shipped 1.5 million, which people have a hard time understanding what that means, but that basically it's sold to the retailers, so they made their money. It doesn't matter if the retailer sell it or not, they made their money. So it's good for them. So it sold 1.5 million copies, and apparently during an earnings call, they said that far exceeded their expectations for that game, which is really cool. So because Nier was like a weird niche game, the PS3 one.
I am so glad that 1 million copies now is exceeding expectations, unlike in the PS3 era, where every game had to sell at least like 10 million just to make profit, because they're like, we gotta compete with Call of Duty. And it's like, nope.
Yeah,
it's back to normal again.
Well, and that's kind of shocking to me, because like the game has pretty good production value. And so I don't know if they just need to be better about how they tell the story, or be better about how they use their environments, or whatever it is. But yeah, it is cool. Like Nick said, like the expectations last gen and early this gen were kind of crazy. So
remember, what game was it? I remember
Tomb Raider.
Was it Tomb Raider?
Big one, yeah.
And it sold a lot. It was like $7 million or something like that.
Copies, yeah.
And Square Enix was like, "Oh, it's disappointing. We didn't sell that much." I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yeah, it was crazy. It's like one of the best-selling games of the year, but they probably had like a giant marketing budget, so that's probably why. But either way, good for Nier. I'm sure with this sale and they've been doing a lot of weird crossover stuff. Like there was a costume in Gravity Rush 2 of 2B, so they're getting out there.
But did it have the butt?
Well,
2B is a guy.
No.
Wait.
9S is the guy.
9S
2B
is
is
the
the
guy. My bad.
Yeah. You can't remove the dress in Gravity Rush.
I know.
So.
But you could fly.
Well, that's true. You could probably. Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh if they put that in. It's like, really?
There's a trophy in Nier Automata for if you look up her skirt too many times or something like that, because she like will swipe the camera away.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. But anyway, so this is something following up from last week. We were talking about the Final Fantasy VII remake and like how it's not that far along and whatever. And so the news is that the remake, they're basically not outsourcing anything. It's all being done internally now. Previously, CyberConnect 2, who made Dot Hack and all the Naruto games, they were helping out or doing the lion's share of development, and now everything's going internal. And one of the key guys that is like in charge of this is the guy who made Mobius Final Fantasy, which is a mobile game, which I guess is pretty popular. But he's kind of like a lead producer or whatever. I don't know what is his role exactly, but yeah, what do you guys think of that? Are you worried that CyberConnect is no longer involved, or is it just like, hey, we want to make sure it's done right? Like, how do you guys feel about it?
Here's the big question, because we know a lot of journalists now like to make everything sensational.
Yeah.
Did CyberConnect really get dropped, or are they not the main lead anymore?
That's true. I don't know. The news is vague. They didn't really mention. They just said all that was said is we're bringing it internally now. So I don't know if that means maybe they got fired or
maybe CyberConnect is now working, and since they want to make this the best they can, now they are actually focusing on it as well.
Or for all we know, maybe CyberConnect's part is done. Maybe whatever they wanted them to do, maybe it's just like, hey, make barrels and building textures or whatever. Like, your part's done, thanks, bye. Like, I don't know how that kind of stuff works.
So I want to see, like, we got to remember this. We got to put a pin in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the game comes out, if we see CyberConnect on it,
oh, they'll definitely have credits because they worked on the game.
Yeah.
It's not like they didn't work on it. It just is a matter of how much. So, yeah, interesting.
Yeah, maybe they just want to make the quality as best as they can, and they want the internal studios to do it now. So I don't know. I don't really have any opinion on it. It's just like, hey, this is how things work.
Yeah,
I don't think they're like in a bad spot. It's just like, hey.
No, and we talked about this last time. I don't know if it was mentioned on the podcast, but there were these screenshots that came out. It was like one of them. I actually found another one. It was the one where he was hiding behind boxes, and another one was him and Barrett were fighting the scorpion monster, and that or the robot rather. And at the time when those came out, Nomura was like, "Oh, I really want to show a trailer or some footage," but they were like, "No, yeah," and they said no.
He's like, I remember we said this last podcast as well.
Okay.
But he was like, "Yeah, I have a trailer like on me right now, like on like a flash drive," and it's like, "But I can't show it." And it's like, what a tease!
Yeah, I know, right? So hopefully E3 is the time. I mean, we'll get to that at some point. E3 is going to be pretty jam packed, but hopefully they'll have something to show. Let's see. Okay, so. This is something we just watched before we started, but also it was announced Tuesday, 30th.
We saw it when it first announced.
Yeah, when we first came out. But so Tokyo RPG Factory announced their next game, and if you guys don't know who they are, they did I Am Setsuna, and their next game is called Lost Sphere, spelled Sphear, and it's coming out for PS4, Switch, and PC, and it's looks very emotional. Like a lot of the world is just like disappearing, and like your character has the ability to like restore it. It looks like.
Yeah.
So, what is your guys? Nick is the only one here that played I Am Setsuna. So, how are you
beat it?
Said you liked it, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Okay, we're gonna talk about this again. I think the one major flaw in I Am Setsuna is that it had awful world building.
Okay.
Like, I didn't know what was going on in this world. Like, I didn't care like what the kingdoms were or anything like that. But the only thing I did care about was the main
Setsuna?
the main cast.
Yeah.
That's all I cared about. I didn't care about anything else. I didn't know what was going on. So I think this one, you're literally building the world.
Yeah.
So hopefully they make it so the world's more inviting and you get to learn about it more. Because the other one you didn't really learn. You learned that the only thing you knew about I Am Setsuna's world is that every so often monsters become overpowering, and they send a sacrifice to quell the monster uprising. And we didn't know why. That was all I knew. That's pretty much it. And so when you figured out what was going on, it was like you didn't care. Like, it was cool.
So how long was it?
About 40 hours.
Okay, so a good JRPG length. And so what are you expecting from this game as far as like improvements or things you want back or?
Well, now it's a full orchestra soundtrack, which is awesome. I did like I've seen so many people complain like, man, at least this is better than the boring piano music. I love the piano music was really good. It was really good piano music. Of course, I mean it was sometimes overbearing, and some songs were not up to par. I can tell you that, but. Like, it had a really beautiful score, and so that's what I enjoyed, the cool score. Everyone's saying that this is, like, a really depressing game, it sounds like, right?
Yeah.
Well, the beginning of the trailer made it sound super depressing.
No, okay, I Am Setsuna was super depressing, because everyone was, like, in despair and the world was ending, pretty much. So that game was depressing. This one right here is all about hope.
Yeah, I was going to say, it feels like there is a vibe of hope, because it's like the world is disappearing, but your party is going to restore it. And, like, that seems very uplifting. Like, you're going to make people...
I Am Setsuna is all about sacrifice. And, like, that was like, everything was depressing in that game. This one's all about hope, return the world to normal, and, it's like, we need to band together.
The power of friendship.
Yeah, exactly.
There's just that one line that made me start laughing a little bit in the trailer. It's just like, with our powers combined, we will save our world. And I was like, oh, God.
So I just noticed that those are the characters... the main characters right there, and this is super early because there's no portraits, which is in I Am Setsuna.
It also said that it wasn't finished.
So,
it might not be the same thing.
So that was all super early footage.
Well, the game's not out till early 2018, they said, so there's plenty of time to add those little touches and stuff like that. So I was joking about this, but I really do think like the world looks awesome because I Am Setsuna was all snow, but this looks very
water.
Yeah,
water animations. The water. Animations.
Oh man, the water on point. Yep. Good water.
So I remember people were complaining that the trailer wasn't that well. I mean, it's a pretty cheesy trailer, but it does what it needs to do. It shows that there's multiple environments now. It's not just all snow and trees and stuff. It shows that I can't think right now.
Combat characters.
The combat's different. He's like, is the combat's different? Oh no, it's the same, but you can now move the characters on your own.
Okay.
So before you weren't able to move your characters, they would move all by themselves. So you couldn't do, you have like your line abilities and like your AoE abilities, and you wouldn't be able to aim them right. Now you're able to aim them right. You're aim them. So more strategy right there. There's also other things, but I don't really know. I don't remember what it was, but there was one new thing. But all the I Am Setsuna stuff is coming back. So, when you attack, you press R2 at the right time. You do like a special move if you have like a...
okay.
So all that's still there.
Cool. No, it looks neat. I mean, it's definitely... What I love is that Square... I mean, that's what these guys do. They're only going to do like these like throwback style JRPGs. And it looks like that. Like the production value is not going to be insane, but we got... I mean, when did I Setsuna come out? 2015?
Around there, yeah.
Yeah, and so we're getting one like 2.5, 3 years later. Like, that's awesome. Like, they just keep pumping them out like that, like, I think that'd be great.
I think the funniest comment that I read was, this looks like a standard classic JRPG. And I'm like... Yeah,
yes.
And
that's exactly what this company's trying to do.
Yeah, they're probably small. I bet you that team's really small, the RPG Factory. So, but yeah, no, it looks cool. I think they're going to show more at E3. So I'm definitely really excited to.
One thing I do like how the art is different. Not the engine. The engine looks exactly the same as I Am Setsuna, but the actual art is different. Because I didn't like the portraits in the. I didn't really like the portraits in I Am Setsuna.
Yeah. The character art is way different. Yeah, because if you go on like any website, they'll have a couple pictures, and I'm sure that's what they'll use. So
and my protagonist is not silent. Yes.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Because the first one was.
Cool. And I think there's a world map. I'm kind of just looking at some screenshots.
We saw it. It looked like world map.
Yeah, there is a world map. There was
In
a
the
world.
trailer.
There's a world map in I Am
I was actually
Setsuna.
gonna say something. I was like, "Hey guys, look, it's a world map."
Yeah, but as I said before, in I Am Setsuna, there's these areas where you could go into, and there's nothing there. So I was like, "That's weird." There's like this really cool song. You're in the middle of like a meadow with a tree like in the middle. Does this?
Oh,
mean
you never
anything?
found out what that was for?
No, there's a bunch of stuff like that. Like there's like a tower in like a water pool, and I was like, okay, what's this? There's nothing here. Okay, whatever. So I missed something, but yeah,
hopefully they'll build that stuff out.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
the little off the beaten path environments.
So let's go back. I'm gonna rewind to the beginning of Lost Sphere.
Okay.
What I read is that this world is made up of memories, and it's normal for things to disappear and like replace it. But now there's a person, the main character, who has a power to rebuild these memories so the world doesn't disappear. So since these are like memories of different times, every city is going to be like from a different time period, pretty much. So you're going to have like
that's cool.
Old like medieval stuff. That's why you saw like the really like the futuristic like steam world, and then you have like the classic like medieval world.
Yeah.
So like there's different time periods of memories.
That's neat. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Good deal. Sweet. And we got one last piece of news. I remember when I told you guys about this on Twitter. You guys were pretty excited. But this is a new Falcon game that I've never even heard of before.
Yeah, me neither.
It's called Zwei, the Ilvard Insurrection, coming this summer by way of Xseed, and I think it's exclusive to PC. I don't really know how to describe this game. It looks like an action RPG, but then it says it's very kiddie. It's got like a cartoonish art style.
It looks like Ys.
Yeah, the combat looks a lot like Ys. And then when I was reading the description, it said has a lot to do with food. Like the food is how you level up or something like that.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, use the food to do something. I'm like, wait, what? Food? This game is food based? Okay. All right.
It looks neat though. I like the art style. It's very cartoony, colorful. It looks. I mean, it's obviously dated. It's an older game, but 2009 is when it originally released, so it's almost 10 years old. But hey, new Falcom game, always good. And it's
Quote unquote new Falcom game.
for us. Yeah.
The only new Falcom game that's being made right now is Ys 8. No, that's already out in Japan.
Yeah.
Cold Steel 3. There you go. That's
Yeah.
the only new one
That we know of.
that we do know of.
Maybe they're doing a whole new series. Maybe it's Tokyo Xanadu 2.
Probably
not gonna
They're
happen.
probably making a new Trails of series, and I don't know.
Trails of.
I don't know what they're gonna do. So it's like there's so many things we need to learn about that.
Trails of Trodden Dirt. What it's called.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
It's all about horses, and you just ride your horse.
That part of the game was great, by the way. Just saying.
Oh, I wasn't making fun of anything. I'm just being silly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say Eustace did like his horse.
You
Yeah.
just did like his horse.
Yep, that's pretty much it for the news. So,
Lots of good news before the big news week.
Well, I think people are starting to do that earlier and earlier. They don't want to announce during E3 because they'll just get lost in whatever the huge announcements are. So I think 2 to 3 weeks out, people start announcing their games or talking about what they're going to release and stuff like that.
Do you know what games didn't get announced?
Oh yeah, we forgot one.
Tales Festival
Yeah, we forgot
didn't
one thing.
announce anything.
Which is pretty out of the ordinary because usually they either announce a new game, show new footage from a game that's been previously announced or something. But yeah, it was all mobile games, which Japan might like, but for us in the West, it's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that and
also it's a festival in Japan
Yeah.
celebrating Tales.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like cool festival like things you needed to be there in order to enjoy. Like there's a Tales of the Abyss like theater thing, and it looked really cool. But it's like, yeah, can't see that. Can you give us news? No news? Okay.
No news, which means
E3.
two things. No,
Okay.
definitely not E3.
What if it gets announced at E3?
It's not going to get announced.
But
at
what
E3.
if it does?
Then I would be surprised.
It's good to be surprised
I
sometime.
know,
Nick.
but I would not expect it to be E3. Probably Tokyo Game Show, and that's going to be a teaser at best.
Yeah, or maybe PSX.
If anything, what they'll announce at E3 is the number. One of the things that I'm going to say is there is definitely going to be an HD collection.
Yeah, for something.
There's something, and I don't know what it's going to be,
Keep your hopes up.
but it's going to be announced. And because if they didn't show a teaser of a new Tales of game, that means they are taking their time with their next one.
Should be good.
So, yes. So that's going to be good. That's going to be fun because they're actually making something big and it's going to be updated. It's not going to look like a PS3 game.
That doesn't mean...
Yeah, cut out last gen. Don't put on PS3, please.
Yes. Well, Japan's finally doing that, so good.
That's cool.
It'll probably be on Switch, though. Because they're really latching on to Switch over there. So I think it'll be a Switch PS4 game.
No, they won't.
They will, trust me.
It won't.
They said they're going to announce...
They're going to make a Switch game, which is going to be a port.
Or is it?
It's going to be a port.
It's going to be a port.
It's going to be the HD collection that they're going to announce.
Probably.
But yeah, then I'm pretty sure they're going to, I don't know, focus on PC and PS4.
Yep. That's what I hope.
Yep. So what's going to be, Maddie? What's it going to be?
What's going to be? The new Tales game?
What's
or
the new mothership going to be, huh?
I know what I hope it's going to be, but, said it before. I'm not going to say it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a middle story in the Zestiria world, which I don't know the world name for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah. It's there.
We know the kingdoms, but the kingdoms changed over time. So
something sure changed over time.
Something definitely changed.
That we need to figure out what happened.
Wait. Okay, never mind. Let's not.
All right.
But
that was a pretty
Tales of the Abyss remake. Yes.
The remake.
Not remake. HD.
No, I would want a remake.
Remake
with F arc.
With an F arc. Yes, there we go. That's gonna be announced. Oh, that's because they had the Tales of the Abyss theater. They're like celebrating like the 10th anniversary of Tales of the Abyss or something.
That confirms it.
Tales of the Abyss I really hope so. I really hope so.
So we get to listen to Luke
be a little whiny bitch for 10 hours. Yep.
It's good. It'll be fun.
It was gonna be fun.
So that's actually. That was weird.
Okay. So that's the Tales of Festival. No news. Perfect. News. Anyway.
I'm kind of happy and kind of sad at the same time. So that's what I feel like.
Yep.
So let's move on to E3.
Here we go.
Yes. So by the next episode, E3 will have happened, or at least the announcements and the press conferences will have happened.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Because
by the next episode, because next
we're gonna have to record on a completely
later.
Different day.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it would start
because we record on the weekends.
Oh, so to get all the news, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's Monday night or something like that. So, yeah. So, hopes and dreams, is that what we're talking about?
Hopes and dreams for JRPG stuff, because if we talk about everything we want...
It's going to be really long.
It's going to be really long. And plus, we're a JRPG podcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier. I really hope they show something from the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I think it's time. It's been, like, over 2 years. Or, no, it's been a year and a half. So
they announced Tactics 2.
I mean, obviously, but that's not happening.
If that did happen,
me and Nick would both die.
I would make out with Taylor.
Whoa! Right? On stream?
That's how crazy. That's how crazy it would be.
Okay. But it would be on stream, so
we're not streaming anything.
We're not streaming. Just kidding.
Maddie can record it, and then she can stream the pre-recorded footage.
Yeah,
and that's what will happen.
You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be released. It's gonna be announced, and we're like, shit.
Well, we gotta do it. That's the pact we made.
There's the blood oath right there.
But that's how. That's like Shenmue 3 status.
Pretty much.
But it happened.
It did happen.
And that's why I feel like dreams are possible. But yeah, I mean, that's a big one.
As I said before, like I've mentioned multiple times in multiple E3 episodes, what they need to do to show off gameplay for the Final Fantasy VII. Is they got to start off with the beginning, with the stars.
Just how it starts. Yeah.
You know how hype that... You don't have to announce anything. It just... Black. The screen turns on, and you just hear... And then that starts playing, and then you see Aeris walk down, and everyone's be like, oh my god!
Yeah, people would freak out.
And then they just... The whole thing, and, zooms into the train, flips off. And then everyone's like, oh my god, it's an awesome trailer. And then straight into gameplay. It just starts playing.
Yeah, they just go right into it. That'd be awesome.
That is what they need to do. Just
get on that.
It's like...
And they cut like when the scorpion monster drops maybe or something like that.
No, they're not going to show the entire dungeon.
Well, it's not that big, but they'll make it bigger for the game, I'm sure.
But just, that would be awesome. That's what they need to do if they're going to show off gameplay. They're obviously, it's like, you're going to go in, you're going to pick up an item, and then they'll where the potion's supposed to be, they'll pick up like like an armor instead, so they could or like a materia. So they open the menu, show the menus off, and you like equip it, and you see everything, and everyone would go, yeah, that's what they need to do.
What they need to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
It writes itself.
Yeah, no, it'd be good. They gotta show something though. It's time.
Yeah.
Especially after all this
time.
stuff with Tehi Internal or whatever. It's like, hey, we're still on track. Here's a thing.
Needs to be a live demo. Live demo.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
They don't do a live demo and they show another trailer. I mean, I'm glad we got another trailer, but they really missed the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Well, to like keep this civil, do we want to like go in a circle maybe? So I did 7 Remake. Is there what else are you kind of excited for, Nick?
Well, nothing I'm gonna see. It's
Like nothing.
I mean, that'd be cool if they show like I don't know. Final Fantasy Tactics 2 would be awesome.
Yeah.
Xenoblade 2. I want to see Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Okay. For Switch.
And if it's actually going to come out in 2017.
I don't know, man. I don't think it is because they've been so vague on it and they haven't really shown anything. But it's Nintendo, they'll do that.
Live demo, live footage of not like on a presentation, but what I want to see at E3 is a live gameplay for Ni no Kuni 2.
Yeah, Ni no Kuni. I've been really mad at their Twitter account because they're like, in Ni no Kuni, you can battle in real time. It's like, I get it. You've shown Ni no Kuni. Just you don't talk about it unless you're going to announce the game or you're going to show something new. Stop talking about the old stuff. We know what it is. You're making me mad. Just stop.
You're making me mad.
Okay, you're done. You already said 3 things, Maddie.
Yeah, Nick.
I want to still talk, so after you, Maddie.
Too bad.
Yeah.
What did you just say? Ni no Kuni, right?
Yeah.
I wanna see something Tails. Announced Persona 6.
Hey, they registered Persona 6.
They registered Persona 6.
That's true, they did. I mean, that's no surprise, but
Yeah.
Or maybe one of the spin-offs. Arena.
Yeah.
Persona 5 Arena. I would still prefer the anime first, but whatever.
yeah. Well, here's the weird thing. Like, I think Persona 5 sold better anywhere else but Japan, but I think they still think that game is like a Japanese game. So I think if they announce anything, it'll be on their turf or whatever, which sucks because I think with P5, it's clear that the West cares about it now. So.
But at least the director the director actually recognizes that now. It's
Yeah.
like, we were surprised that the West loves this game. It's like, well, no duh.
Yeah, we love this freaking game.
Still PSX Atlas, the workers at Atlas are like really surprised at how many people wanted to play Persona 5. It's like, don't you know? Don't you know?
They clearly don't know. And if it was at like a trade show with like press, like it might be different. But this is like the hardcore of the hardcore PlayStation fans, and those are the people that are going to want to play Persona. So
I could see it.
Persona 5 Arena.
Yeah, just the announcer again.
We didn't realize it was gonna be this big, but here you go.
yeah, make it look like Guilty Gear.
Yeah, they don't even have to. No guy needs to be up there. It just pops up, and you hear like, "Are you ready for the battle?" or whatever they do in Ultimax.
Or the weird announcer.
Yeah, the battle of the Phantom Thieves begins.
Yeah.
Metaverse is back.
It's like all like it's all it's all like
Whoa.
crazy, and then it shows Akira
Yes.
in
his Phantom Thieves outfit. No, he should
No.
be in a normal outfit, and then his Phantom Thieves stuff should suddenly go on him, and he'll be like, "What?"
Yeah.
And then fights start happening
because he's coming to visit LeBlanc and
during Golden Week. During Golden Week.
Because why not?
Because why not? And it's Guilty Gear. It looks like Guilty Gear, and he's in there, and older Yunarukami comes in. And it shows older everyone.
Older Naruto.
Naruto.
My bad.
I mean, Naruto could be in there too.
Yeah, whatever. Long hair.
Yeah,
You want Nanako in there, the sweet 13-year-old she is?
No.
that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, so they show older Persona 4 characters.
Ooh,
That would be an awesome
man.
thing as well.
That would be something.
I mean, it's only like 3 years older, 4 years older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still.
Well, it's 2 years older. If you're going for like 1 year after Persona 5, which I don't see why they would need to, it'd only be like 3 years.
When is Golden Week again? It's in April, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
So
They could literally do it like a
wait,
month after he leaves.
Yeah.
Let's go! Woo!
Okay, that makes sense now.
This all makes sense.
Okay. So like, because he leaves in end of March,
Uh-huh.
because that's when the new school year starts.
But they're still hanging out and
They're
stuff.
still hanging out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just hanging out randomly. And then all their Phantom Thief stuff comes back on. And they're just like, what? We're seen as the threat.
Interesting. Could be.
My hype is... For a game that doesn't exist yet, my hype is really unreal.
Yep. Persona 5 dancing all night. That's what I want.
So yeah.
That doesn't fit them at all. There is no idol character.
It's fine.
Are you having fun dancing, Maddie?
Yeah, I am.
All right.
I've been playing that a little bit again because it's great.
You know what you should be playing instead of that, right? Cold
up.
Steel.
Cold... What?
Nick. So, I got another game. I want to see actual footage of the new Switch Fire Emblem game. Because they have said, oh, there's a Fire Emblem game coming out next year. And now that, Shadows of Valentia, that released, they can start showing off what the game will look like. Because they can't look like a Nintendo game, like a NES game anymore. It's got to look good. And I was reading some interviews, and they said they were talking in vague terms, like, "Oh, now thanks to the power of the Switch, we can have a full console game. We're excited to bring it back to consoles and have really high production values and all this stuff." So, yeah, I'm hoping it'll be on par. My expectations, waifus, that'd be great. But my visual expectations are Valkyria Chronicles. I want it to look at least as good as Valkyria Chronicles.
You know what? I want it to look as good as the cutscenes in Fates.
In Fates. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the art style. It's got to look like that. But I'm saying, like, fidelity-wise, yeah. Yep. I'm done with that.
What?
No, I just thought of a bizarre dream. Anyway, continue, Nick.
A bizarre dream.
Not a bizarre. I'll say it. It's not my turn yet.
Okay. But, yeah, I want the maps to be really, like, cool ways.
Needs to have good water.
Gotta have great water.
Gotta have great water.
Water is important here. But I don't know how else you do Fire Emblem. I wonder if it's just the Pokemon syndrome where you fight the badge leaders and then you go to the final four. But it seems to be just two warring kingdoms are fighting, and it's like, let's do something different. But it seems they can't.
Maybe they're probing the waters with Echoes. Was it Echoes, right? The newest one.
Yeah.
They're probing the waters, like, hey, we want to make a game like this again. Do you guys like this? And if it was really popular, right? Maybe they're gonna make the new one like that.
Maybe. Yeah, do something a little different with, like, dungeon exploring and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Could be. Well, the maps in that are really bland, though. Apparently, there's, like, no terrain. It's just straight on.
Well, yeah, it's an old game. I'm saying in general.
Yeah. But I'm saying I want, like, varying terrain and stuff like that.
Needs to have water. Needs to have snow.
Snow. Well, even, like, in Tactics, that's an old game, but it's got varying terrain. Like, you can go upstairs and you're on walls and stuff. So that's kind of what I mean.
Does Fire Emblem not have that?
Not Shadows of Valentia. That one is literally everything's on a flat plane. You just run at the other team. But Fates and Awakening had some really interesting stuff where you're like on moving ships and so they got a little more complex. So, good. Fire Emblem.
Need a Tactics too.
Yep. Would be nice one of these days.
I'm also thinking of more Switch stuff. I want to see Octopath Traveler.
I keep forgetting about that game. Yeah,
I want to see what that is.
Yeah.
What else was there announced? A new Shin Megami Tensei game. Let's see what that's like.
Have you played any of the SMT games?
It's just a dungeon crawler, but I think I should try. I don't know which one to try. Everyone, recommend me a starting point.
I think a lot of people are probably going to say 4 because that was the 3DS one. That was really good. So. Or Nocturne, which is a PS2 game. Those are usually the two that get mentioned, is SMT Nocturne or 4.
The only SMT games that are worth it are Persona.
It's true.
It's true, yeah.
True. What were those plebs?
Yeah.
Switch games. I'm trying to think of Switch games.
Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
They better show. I have a feeling at the Switch conference they're going to show off the Tales of game, which is going to be an HD collection. Maybe they'll show off Lost Sphere there.
Maybe. Yeah. I think Sony is really going to go all out with their AAA games. They have so many Western AAA games, I'll be really surprised if anything but Final Fantasy VII gets shown there, unless it's new or something that we don't know about.
I hope they don't share Days Gone.
They'll have to. That'll be. I think that's their fall game. I think that's coming out this year.
Well, they better not show it that often because we've already seen it.
We've seen it once.
Exactly.
Think about how many times they showed Horizon or Uncharted.
I know, that's what annoys me because I didn't care. Whenever Horizon was shown, I'm like, I don't care. I already know
get it. Throw a dinosaur.
I know, I get it.
I think they'll show it up just one more time. This is it. It's like, here's a demo. Here's when it comes out. See you in whenever.
See you then.
February or something.
Oh, man. That would be so awesome if they show. Okay. Maddie, you say your thing, and then I'm going to say a topic that we're going to talk about.
Okay. I kind of want to see, even though I don't play it, I'm interested, more Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff.
That game's way overdue for being shown
I'd
again.
like to see maybe what worlds they're going to put in there.
The only two we know of so far are Tangled and Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6.
That's it. So I imagine...
Probably going to have Pirates of the Caribbean in there or something.
Moana and all that.
Moana,
wow, yeah.
Frozen.
Moana,
I feel like Frozen is
has
a
to
lock.
be in there.
Frozen's a lock. That's definitely in there.
Wonder what kind of magic Elsa's going to have.
Fire, maybe?
Yeah, fire. Somebody put a little thing on Twitter the other day, like, what world that has not been in a Kingdom Hearts game would you like to see? And I said the OG Robin Hood with the foxes. I want to see that one. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Real quick, any other worlds that have not been in Kingdom Hearts that you would like to see?
I haven't played Kingdom Hearts, so I don't know what worlds they have put into there.
Let's say a world.
And we'll tell you if it's been in there or not. The basic ones, that, like most of the ones that you can think of have been in there.
Is it Tangled?
No.
Well, Tangled, it will be in 3, but it hasn't been in
in 3.
yet. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see Moana, honestly, because that world is really cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome, like on boats and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a deep cut. It's really deep cut.
I know what it is. What is it? Treasure Planet.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Nick,
Perfect.
I know Nick has a thing for Treasure Planet.
I just love that whole situation was great. Just, deep cut. I know what it is.
Yeah, Treasure Planet.
That would be super cool, actually.
Here's another deep cut. Atlantis.
Oh, geez.
Here's another deep cut. Chicken Little.
Is that Disney?
Yeah, it's Disney.
Is it Disney?
Yeah,
I think it's-
that would be amazing if the Chicken Little's in there.
Oh man, I'm gonna just look. Zootopia's only Pixar, yeah.
Well, they're technically Disney. They haven't done a Pixar thing yet. It's only been just straight up Disney. Like,
Oh yeah, there's no Toy Story.
Zootopia is Disney.
Yeah, Zootopia's
it
Disney.
is. Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know if that might be a thing. Just the huge city, because they portrayed this huge city in the movie, but you didn't see like a whole lot of it.
Right.
You know?
That's true.
Kingdom Hearts 3, the whole second half is just in Zootopia.
Zootopia.
I feel like one that's a no-brainer is Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh my god!
Because it already has video game stuff in it.
I think
I should have thought of that. That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it's only going to be like Wreck-It Ralph, though. And then probably
You mean just Fix-It Felix Jr.?
Yeah.
Well, because they're not going to bring in like Sonic
Yeah,
and
they're
like
not
a Street Fighter character.
They're not going to do all that.
Dang it. So it'd probably be the Cart world and Wreck-It Ralph's world.
Mm-hmm.
And then I hope they'll have like, they don't maybe have to go into like it a lot, but the, Grand Central Station, the little, the outlet thing.
Then it'll just be a bunch of square characters like, oh, hey, there's Chrono from Chrono Trigger. All right, cool.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's probably what they're going to do.
Yeah, that'll be like
cool.
Nostalgia Central. It'll be like, oh, that means they're going to do another Chrono game. No, guys. It's not.
Guys, they've already done a new Chrono game called Chrono Cross.
Yeah.
Just accept it. It's there.
Yeah.
Play it.
Dang it.
We need a new Chrono Trigger. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Wow.
You got Chrono Cross. You got
Ouch.
it. They tried to make another Chrono Trigger. It was called Cross, and
And it was awesome.
it was awesome, and you guys didn't like it, so
Another game with great water.
yeah, awesome water.
Awesome water.
Awesome water.
Awesome water. My Bazaar game was just like, they announced a new Rune Factory.
Dude, that'd be
Dude,
awesome.
that would be cool, but
I know the studio shut
Studio's
down, but what if
gone.
they came back and they're just like, by the way, who's Rune Factory 5?
wait, did they shut down or did they become like what was the company? Get the case.
Get the case.
I don't know.
Rune Factory 4. It is. Xseed?
No, actually localized it.
don't know.
Marvelous.
Marvelous is the that was like the Japanese
There's
publisher.
something here. Can't read
Let's
it.
see.
They have a really weird name. It's like Fairy something or like Magic Timer. They have some weird name.
Yeah, this is Marvelous and Rune Factory Company? I don't know.
I'll just Google
So
it.
that if that came out of the blue, I'd be like,
Yeah, it'd be cool. I would definitely enjoy a Food Factory. It's
So
a,
good.
Neverland.
Neverland.
I knew it was something like magical like that.
I wonder who got the rights for it for Rune Factory.
I don't even know why they stopped because didn't this sell really well?
Ooh, okay, here we go.
What?
So they said on November 29th, 2013, the company announced that it would cease operations and file for bankruptcy. In February 2014, it was revealed that the Rune Factory development team had been hired by Marvelous AQL, which is essentially Xseed's Japan brother company or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they made a game called Lord of Magna Maiden Heaven. I remember that game. But I don't think Rune Factory is necessarily dead. Not yet.
Not yet. It
Okay,
could
on
happen.
Switch, make a new Rune Factory.
On Switch.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's my dream right there. That'll be
And it needs to be like 4.
yeah.
All right,
does.
it needs to be like 4. It can't be any of this Tides of Destiny bull crap.
Dude, Tides of Destiny was awesome.
Yeah, but it's too different.
It is too different. The whole like getting on the Titan and walking through the ocean was weird. I loved the vibe of that game though. It was a cool town, seaside town, great music. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Good game, Maddie.
That'd
Good
be
game.
my
Okay.
moment.
So,
Okay, go, Nick.
Deep cut.
Okay.
All right.
Another deep cut. That's 3 deep cuts.
Yeah, lots of deep cuts.
Home
already
on the
talked
range.
We already talked about Rescuers.
Oh,
Down Under.
I
Down
don't know
Under.
if that's a Disney thing, but that would be awesome.
That is.
Wow.
Okay, so Final Fantasy Tactics 2.
Okay.
All right. What do you want from it?
I don't know because I haven't played it.
This is mostly a Taylor thing. Like, how do you want it to play?
It's pretty obvious, isn't it? He needs some great water.
It needs
Yeah,
great
there's
water.
gotta be good water,
Where did
man.
this great water thing come from? By the way?
Literally today.
We were talking about Lost Sphere, and I was like, "Oh, great water."
I
You
know.
said it twice in a row, and I was like, man, is water that important?
For me, originally it came from Legend of Dragoon. When I played it back in the day, I thought the water in that game was like unbelievable. I'm like, how does video game water look this good?
That was me in Crash Bandicoot. I saw the water. I'm like, this looks like real water.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good stuff.
But Taylor, what do you want? What do you want?
You know, I thought about this a lot, and I keep going back and forth, and I'm like, do I want it to be full, like, proportional character models and have it look like the cutscenes in War of the Lions and stuff like that? Or
Do you want a sprite base?
yeah, or stripe base? I don't know. But I mean...
Do you want them to still walk in place?
See, I don't know. Yeah, I don't
or
know.
they're like, in ready positions.
Ready position. Yeah, I think just to make it more epic, I think it would be cool to have it be full scale like Valkyria Chronicles, but it's still grid based and it works in that sense. Obviously, you got to add a new class or two. It's got to be with Ramza, obviously.
It has to be with Ramza.
It's got to be.
It has to be with Ramza.
Yeah,
Or Ramza has to be in there. Or
Yeah.
is it the main character Ramza?
yeah, or it's got to be in that Ivalice world because yeah, the other two.
So after the end of the first one.
yeah, because in Advance, I don't really know how Advanced works, but it's not really.
It's not the same world.
Okay. Yeah. So it's got to go back to like traditional Ivalice, and it's like, see, that's when because it's been so long since the first one. That's when I'd love for them to go back to like, iconic locations like Dorter and Igros and stuff like that. So Orbone Monastery. I don't know I totally forget the story of that game, so I don't know if it would be the Zodiac monsters. Like I don't know if the stones are still around, right? They're not like dead, or I forget what happened at the end of that game.
Okay, it's been a long time. We got to replay it, Taylor.
Yeah, I know.
I remember we did that whole new section of this podcast, and we totally dropped that because we're too busy.
Yeah.
But I think they get purified, so the stones still exist, but I think they're purified or something like that. I think because you kill the monsters.
Right. Yeah. Huh. Well, either way, it doesn't matter. Just make up an excuse.
You want the Zodiac stones to come back.
I mean, they don't have to, but I mean, making up an excuse for the game to exist is what I mean. For Ramza to be there, and for all those. I mean, a lot of the characters sadly die, but there's still enough iconic ones that are around or should be around.
You're right.
Yeah, there's plenty of iconic characters, and then obviously, like in Tactics, you can hire other Final Fantasy characters like Balthier and Cloud and stuff. That'd be cool to have other
Lightning.
Cloud
again.
Noctis or something like that,
Noctis.
which would be totally not make sense at all. Not that Cloud makes any more sense, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, Eris is in there randomly,
Yeah.
and then I think Cloud just gets teleported into the world from like a different plane. Remember that?
Oh, okay.
You have to get like a certain Zodiac stone that's like turns this machine on, and then like he just teleports there. He's like, "Where am I? where is this place? And he just walks away. And you're like, wait.
Those side character battles were really neat. So yeah, definitely have a lot of those side character battles, like for Worker 8 and stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what should it look like? Is it grid based or is it like? I mean, it's grid based, but do you want the like the battles to look like real terrain?
Yeah.
So it's all like it looks real, but there's like grid. Like when you move, there's like certain like blocks that you have to go to. So.
Or, I was thinking about this too, because the way Valkyria Chronicles did it was that you had like a stamina meter and you could only move so far. There weren't grids. It was just how far could you walk. But I don't know.
That would be too far from
Yeah,
tactics.
I was just going to say that, it's got to be
It
the
has
grids.
to be an SRPG.
Yeah. Because part of it was like, where do you stand? Where do you face when you're done? Stuff like that. So, and keep that deep customization, because that's what makes it great, is just how you can customize your team and stuff. So.
Right, so does that need waifus and social links?
Oh boy, I don't know. In between battles,
because that's
like in Fire Emblem
has that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't have to be waifus. I was just making a joke. It's like, do you have to have like characters you get close with, and you have like whatever that does in Fire Emblem?
At least like, see, I don't know. I don't know if I want a crafted story, if I want my own. I think with tactics, I'd want just give me a crafted one. I don't need waifus and all that stuff, because there are like really great moments that in between battles. I remember there's just a moment where it's Ramza and Delita, and they're just in the grass trying to do the grass read thing, and it has nothing to do with anything, but it's just like a cool bonding moment, So stuff like that.
Yeah. What Maddie wants is being able to understand how to play the game.
Yeah, so good tutorial.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that tutorial just tells you how to play the mechanics of the game. It doesn't tell you what to do.
It's got to have the same composer. Got to have that great music.
Oh, yeah. Dude, if this gets announced, because they've randomly been showing like Tactics Love in random places.
Yeah, like he's in the Dissidia.
Yeah, the new Dissidia.
That's got to get announced too, by the way. That's way overdue
for
for getting a console version.
The console version?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that in Japan. Like Tekken 7 was out in arcades like 2 years ago. I don't know why they do that.
Because arcades are popular in Japan.
Well, they won't make as much money. Or will. I don't know. Maybe it will.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, tactics. Give me that tactics.
There's a lot of JRPG stuff. Love coming our way.
I know it's a good time to be a JRPG fan, especially this year. There's been so many good ones. There's so many more good ones to come, hopefully.
Not enough time.
Not enough time.
Well, everything keeps... I mean, inevitably things get delayed, and this is sort of the season where things get delayed. I wouldn't be shocked if they're like, yeah, Ni no Kuni 2 not coming out till next year. I wouldn't shock me. Because I'm... the games are starting to fall into place, and I'm like, where does Ni no Kuni land? And if it's early where it should be, then it should have been announced already, like the release date, and they haven't announced it. So I think it's going to get delayed, sadly, but...
Then my entire last half of the year is just like empty. There's no games to buy.
Well, Ease 8, baby.
Oh yeah, that's already pre-ordered.
Yeah,
but yeah, Ease 8. That's like you could beat that. I wonder how long did it take to beat?
Salsetta?
Yeah,
like 20-ish.
20 to 30 hours.
Yeah, they're not that long. Good games though.
You can play Zillia 2.
Do you need to play Zillia?
I need to play Zillia.
So I'm looking at my shelf right now. I need to play Zillia 2. I need to play Xenoblade Chronicles. I need to play Radiata Stories.
Radiata Stories.
I need to play Nier Automata.
Yeah.
And I have about 4 unopened JRPGs on my PS4. So.
Yeah, the Atelier Sophie. Like, I don't know what that O one is.
Odin Sphere.
No, this one.
I know, but Odin Sphere, and then I have Kingdom Hearts, Disgaea 5.
Wow, Disgaea 5.
So.
Yeah, lots of stuff. So, guys, this has been a long episode. We're super excited. I mean, it might not sound that we're super excited, but I cannot contain my excitement for
E3 is always a good time, and we will have it all off. Hopefully Maddie can make it for Sony, because that's typically what we like.
I'll make it for Sony.
And then I don't know if Nintendo's doing a direct or what they're doing, but
I think they're actually having a presentation this time.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. I mean, because now they got a new hot console, so might as well.
Exactly, and they actually show games. But is it going to be like stereotypical Nintendo, this is a video game. You could play as this character right here. And it's like, Nintendo, stop.
Well, because their directs are always so good. Like a lot of times, what they'll do is they'll just play a trailer and then they'll kind of explain it a little bit. Like I remember when they announced Fire Emblem Fates. I'm like, what is this like samurai game? And then I just cut to game. I'm like, oh wow, a new Fire Emblem game already. Cool. So,
whoa. Yeah.
But yeah.
Maddie.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I mean, this is gonna be the first E3 where I actually kind of really care. Yeah. I consider myself lucky to be there for Taylor's Final Fantasy VII moment.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah,
that was out of the blue, but I was there and it was great.
You walked in like in the
I
middle
walked
of the
in
conference.
I walked in like 5 minutes before that happened.
Dude, that
And you're
entire
like, yeah.
I was also really sunburned. If you see that video, it was pretty funny.
that entire scene when that happened, I couldn't like. It took so much to contain myself.
That was literally the
Taylor didn't.
Yeah.
You know, like when people say like my jaw dropped, that's literally the only time my jaw's ever dropped. Like in that video, my mouth's just agape because I'm like, is this really happening right now?
But I'm looking forward to watching, to seeing, to expecting.
Yeah.
Having dreams come true.
Yes.
I don't
E3
think-
is the time for dreams to come true.
Lately,
Usually. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Or because I really do think Sony will just be like Spider-Man, God of War, Death Stranding, Detroit, Dreams, and then maybe like a few others.
yeah.
Some gameplay demo for Destiny. Like I can almost write this presentation probably, but
So what they're gonna do is they're gonna cut out Detroit because I don't freaking care anymore.
cut out Dreams, dude. That game's
Yeah,
dead. I don't know what
they
they're
didn't show
doing.
Dreams. Oh, yeah, they're not gonna show Dreams. So it's gonna definitely be God of War, Last of Us 2.
Dude,
Oh,
that
yeah.
game's forever. That game's so far away. There's no
They're
way.
gonna show something of Last of Us
I don't
2.
think so.
They better show Final Fantasy 7.
Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man's a
Spider-Man's
lock.
gonna be shown.
Yeah. Maybe some Marvel versus Capcom character reveal or something.
Probably not. Maybe that, and they're gonna show off Super Street Fighter 5. I think if that leak is correct, they're gonna. Show that
There's
off.
a Super Street. I thought they said they weren't gonna do that.
It's gonna be a free update. So it's just gonna be like a brand new update. It's gonna apparently the leak. This is not even JRPG stuff, but the leak is revamped UI, 5 new characters,
Whoa.
and new. Everyone has a second critical art.
Whoa, crazy.
Yeah, so be cool if that's
That's
true.
their way to revamp the game.
Oh yeah, a new cinematic story, another story, and arcade mode.
Maybe an actually
and-
good story this time, not a bunch of like crappily drawn.
What? Have you
What
not
a-
seen the story?
Because wasn't there like just like some hand drawn stuff that was really bad or whatever?
That was like the beginning stories.
Oh,
And then
okay.
there's the actual cinematic story that's like Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen that.
And they're gonna make another one. apparently.
Okay, cool.
So,
Cool.
but arcade mode finally, yay! So
My favorite.
we'll talk about that after, maybe on a LHG cast. I don't know. Maybe hint, hint, wink, wink. But
Yeah, let us know what you're excited for in regards to E3. Your hopes and
JRPGs.
dreams. Yeah.
thanks for listening, guys. We are gonna go get some grub.
Grub.
I'm hungry and tired.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. See you guys.
Bye.
ya.